Okay, so when we talk about the audit process to identify whether the concern or the client's business is it a going concern or not, the auditor's evaluation plays a very important role. So audit process to assess the management evaluation of a going concern. So first thing that you have to ensure is the going concern. Yes, is it continuing or not? We have to see whether they are able to manage in the less than 12 months, assess the same period, and ask management to extend their assessment part of it, and consider whether management assessment includes all relevant information, whether they have taken the next 12 months, are they able to continue, are they able to honor those payments. So as an auditor we are going to check with the management, that is the client who has hired us, regarding how they are seeing in the next 12 months the business. So the auditor has to perform certain activities or the task or the processing which will help them to go beyond the doubt of the going concern. So audit was just to perform where there is a doubt over going concern. So what are the things that we need to see? So first thing is you are going to check the cash flows and the profit and the forecast of the management, what kind of forecast they are making for the next couple of period. Okay, and then you're going to also analyze their financial statements for that interim period. And because we normally do the audit in the post 6 months of the financial report, so you need to check that how far they are able to do it during that interim period. And also you are going to check the debentures, that is a loan or the borrowings that we made it, whether there are any um, breaches or delay in payment or defaults in that, whether in any of the minutes of the meeting, in the meeting we are going to see if they have discussed any financial difficulties or financial problems that the company is facing, because that is also an indication to the auditor that they're experiencing some kind of financial shortages or deficits which are making them difficult to continue. And check the entities lawyers whether regarding their claim litigations and their any kind of situations which are going to create any financial implications part of it. And also check their uh, financial support of the third parties, so people who have invested funds and all, whether they are having the ability to raise those funds that are required to continue their existence. So you have to confirm the existence, legality and enforceability of arrangements to provide or maintain financial support with related and third parties, and assess the financial ability of such parties to provide additional funds. That means wherever from where you are going to get the source of funds, whether they are still able to pump funds into the company's business. And also check certain activities at the year end that might otherwise mitigate some kind of continuity problems. And again you have to review the correspondences with the customers for evidence of any disputes which also might have effect, because if you see most of the companies nowadays are digital online and everything. So the reviews of the customers plays a very important role in the business continuity part, because if the more customers are dissatisfied with the companies, so naturally the company's performance might get affected, and resulting into a decrease in the sales, resulting into their revenues, unnecessary expenditure going up. So that's the reason these guys resort to of artificial or creating a kind of a fraud feedbacks, or we say ensure that the customers are very happy and get the feedbacks, get the testimonials and all those things. Like, so again customer feedback plays very important role in customer companies business continuity part of it. And again you are going to review the correspondence with the customers. Okay, review customer suppliers as well regarding their payments, whether they have any issues and all, whether the ability of the client's business to honor the payments of the supplier, whether they are able to extend further credit to the um, client. And review their bank indication about any bank loan or overdraft may be recalled. So if the bank has recalled their overdraft, so that means it's not a good sign on the company's performance. That means they are not able to pay the interest, or they are not able to maintain that much cash flow with the bank. And again, obtain written representation from the management regarding its plans of the future part. So these are few things that as an auditor, we can keep a check and inform the management about the going concern issues. Again, like we have mentioned in the cash flows, so it's more about the cash flows, not the profits. Even though you might not have profits, the company might still continue because of the cash rotation part of it, rotation of cash. That's where it's very, very important in a business. The rotation or the liquidity part is more important than the profits. Without profits, you can survive, but without cash flow, you can't. So hence, it is very important the money, that the evidence, that the amount of cash that you are going to need it, you are getting in rotation part of it. So that's where you have to check in the audit procedure part. So it should be focusing on cash flows rather than profits. A company can continue to trade as long as it can pay its debts when they fall due. Therefore, suggest procedures to obtain evidence about the amount of cash that is likely to be received and the amount of cash that is likely to be paid out, and consider whether there is an indication of cash flow difficulty. So the main thing as an auditor, you have to see the company has a cash problem or not. That's what all the procedures, audit procedure is going to be tested in respect to the going concern problems. So disclosures, so हम लोग क्या देखेंगे, what we are going to disclose in the reports part of it. So relating to going concern are required to be made by the directors in the following circumstances, like अगर कोई uncertainty है about the future of the company, whether they want to, they are planning to close down, in case they are planning to close in the next 6 months, or they have, there is likelihood that they are having different plans and as a part of expansion, merger, acquisitions, it may anything. If that is in the mind of the directors, they are supposed to share with the auditor part of it. Okay, so वही यहाँ पे mention क्या है, where there is any material uncertainty of the over the future of the company, the directors should include disclosures in the financial statements. Okay, probably they might look for some mergers and they might look for some closures, they might look for even liquidation. So that has to be part of the financial report as a note. And a material uncertainty exists when the magnitude of its potential impact and the likelihood of occurrence is such that disclosures of the nature and implications of the uncertainty is necessary for the fair presentation of the financial statements, and for financial statements not to be misleading again. So it should not be the case where we are misleading the owners of the company, being a directors. So it's very important that what are the plans that they have uh, in the days to come, it has to be disclosed during the financial statements or in the financial statements. So what you are going to explain, 2 points. One is the principal events that cast significant doubt on the intended's ability to continue, वो mention करना पड़ेगा. Because अगर मैं अगले 12 महीने में what are my plans अगर मैं बताता हूँ, it shows कि यार I'm going ahead. अगर नेक्स्ट 12 मंथ्स में अगर मैंने बताया नहीं कि मैं क्या करने वाला हूँ, so definitely the shareholders are going to ask, what are the plans for the next 12 months? If you say that I have not planned it, so that means some problem is there. Okay, the company may be unable to realize its assets and discharge its liabilities in the normal course of business. So if these two things has to be disclosed by the management, that is the directors, in their financial statements as a declaration part. And again, second, where the directors have been unable to assess going concern in the usual way, that is less than 1 year beyond the date they sign, this fact should be disclosed. That means अगर डायरेक्टर्स, जो अभी मैंने बताया था, अगर डायरेक्टर्स आर नॉट श्योर कि अगले 12 महीने कंपनी रहेगी कि नहीं रहेगी, और there is an issue which is stopping them from evaluating the company's business for the next 12 months, at least for the next 12 months, so that has to be disclosed. Where the financial statements are prepared on a basis other than the going concern basis, even that has to be disclosed, because the main objective of shareholders is, boss, I have invested, I want it to go good, going part of it in the next few years to come. So in case you are not mentioning about the going concern in the next few years to come or months to come, so on what basis the financial preparations have been done, what are the other factors that you have taken into consideration, has to be disclosed by the directors uh, in the statements part of it. Of reporting implications. So what will happen? So auditor should modify his opinion if the directors have not made adequate disclosures. अगर उसने directors ने disclose नहीं किया about the next 12 months, at least 12 months क्या how they are going. सो ऑडिटर को गोइंग कंसर्न का डिस्क्लोजर मेंशन करना पड़ेगा about the material uncertainty related to going concern, or if the directors have not prepared the financial statements on the appropriate basis. So they should issue an unmodified opinion with additional communication if the directors have appropriately disclosed going concern uncertainty or prepare the financial statements with those breakups. रिपोर्टिंग में अपन देखेंगे, अगले चैप्टर में देखेंगे examination of the cash forecast, examination of a cash flow forecast. So like we have already seen as an auditor we are going to see the cash flow statements and the for this thing, but next 12 months may how you are going to generate the money part, what are the sources, and where exactly I'm expecting those source funds will be spent on, that is shown in the cash forecast. So on what basis the reasonableness and of the assumptions should be used in preparing the cash flow forecast. So different factor process has to be taken into consideration by the auditor while performing the check on procedures on the cash flow forecast of the client. So procedures क्या है? One, agree the opening balance of the cash flow forecast. Why? Because अपने पास उसका accuracy है, क्योंकि मेरा जो ये साल का जो कैश फ्लो का जो क्लोजिंग बैलेंसेस जो है वो मेरा फोरकास्ट का ओपनिंग बैलेंस होना चाहिए. Okay, that I can check the with accuracy part. So again, consider how reasonable company forecasts have been in the past by comparing past forecast with actual outcomes. That means जो forecast जो उन्होंने अभी ये साल के लिए दिया है, जो forecast उन्होंने अभी दिया है, सेम वैसे उन्होंने पिछले साल भी दिया होगा, राइट? सो पिछले साल का उनका फोरकास्ट और पिछले साल का उनका एक्चुअल्स कितना डिविएशन है, तो उसके बेसिस में अपने को पता चलेगा कि यार ये साल में जो फोरकास्ट दिया अगले साल के लिए वो कितना वैलिड रहेगा. सो दैट्स वेयर हाउ रिलायबल इज इट. एंड देन यू आर गोइंग टू डिटरमाइन द assumptions that have been made, assumptions that have been made in preparation of the cash flow statements. So what are the assumptions they have taken into consideration agar operating in a poor economic climate. So like let's say the current situation, COVID है पिछले साल, काफी companies बंद हो गए, काफी slow चल रहे हैं. So how they are planning to manage the cash flow in the next year, like ये January to December में, how they are going to manage. So what are the about the receivables? What are the about the payables? How they are going to raise those deficit funds from the market. So all those things वो कैश फ्लो के जो फोरकास्ट जो रहेगा उससे पता चल जाएगा. And the same way, we can compare that with last year to check the accuracy of the data. Okay. So, and again, deviations part. Agree the timing of receipts from realization of receivables and payments to suppliers with credit period and previous trade receivables and payable payment period. So that means, again, this we can check from the by comparing the two periods of the cash flow statements. And again we can also examine their budgets as well, जो forecast period का जो रहता है with the plan of the directors. So how the cash flow का forecast to that of the plans of the directors are in sync. So they should go hand in hand. ये नहीं कि डायरेक्टर एक बोल रहा है और cash flow statements दूसरे बोल रहे हैं. Okay, so examine the assessment of the non-current assets required to meet the production needs. Agree cash outflows from for non-current assets to supplier quotation. And again, अगर कोई acquisition buildings है, check what is the timing of when it is, and check the consideration in the sale and the purchase agreement part of it. It's very very important. So that shows how good the financial position of the company, the outflow and inflow part of it. You're also checking the adequacy of the working capital, and whether that has been included or not. And again, you're going to check and compare the actual performance in the most recent management accounts to that of the forecast figures. That means the actual जो हम लोगों ने पिछले साल किया और फ्यूचर में जो अपन प्रोडक्शन प्रोजेक्शन कर रहे हैं फ्यूचर एक साल में जो परफॉर्मेंस करेंगे. So we are going to compare how far they are close. And again, we recalculate to check the arithmetical accuracy and also verify the minutes of the meeting. अभी टेस्ट और अंडरस्टैंडिंग सेम पूरे कंपनी ही आएगा. So read it, one of you. Shreya, पढ़ो क्वेश्चन. 30th December 2014 का है, 31st December.
On 2nd January 2025, Golf is US, sorry, Golf is us, a major customer of Murray Company, was placed into administration, owning $211,000. On 3rd January 2025, the
20
sales
into 5 नहीं, वो
director
2015 है. ठीक है, हाँ.
the sales director left the company and
हम्म.
has yet to be replaced.
हम्म.
The sales director is suing Murray Company for constructive dismissal.
हम्म.
On 5th January 2005, there was a fire at premises of the third-party warehouse provider, which destroyed all the inventory held there.
हम्म.
Approximately one half of Murray Company inventory was stored in this premises.
हम्म.
The assembly line for ergometers, rowing machines was refurbished during the year at the cost of $1 million. The additional $1 million loan facility provided to Murray Company during the year is secured in part on the refurbished assembly line. The assembly line broke down during January and 6 weeks later is still not working. The company is seeking new funding through an initial public offering of the shares in the company that is listing on the stock exchange. In the event the initial public offering does not proceed, this will require Murray Company's existing banking arrangements to be renegotiated and additional funding to be raised from either existing or new investors.
हम्म.
The financial statements of Murray Company show an overdraft at 31st December 2004
हम्म.
of $1,80,000, 2003 $1,20,000. The overdraft limit is $2,50,000. The cash flow forecast shows negative monthly cash flow balances for the next 12 months as a result of cash storages in February
हम्म.
2005. A number of suppliers were paid late.
हम्म. तो अगर अपन इसमें देखते हैं, if we see, we need to require that. Okay, if we see this question part, what they want to know the indicators part, potential indicators इसमें going concern क्या क्या है. Okay, first thing, ये अपन ने किया था क्या ये क्वेश्चन? Okay, so इसमें main thing is we have a claim. ए मेजर कस्टमर जो है, वाई मेजर कस्टमर, क्योंकि आई थिंक अपन ने सेम क्वेश्चन, सिमिलर क्वेश्चन अपन ने पहले भी किया मुरे कंपनी का सेम. तो इसमें गुड अमाउंट ऑफ ऑलमोस्ट 1%, क्योंकि वी हैव सीन द एसेट्स एंड ऑल दो थिंग्स लाइक इन द प्रीवियस. अगर अनलेस ये कस्टमर का अपन रिप्लेस करते हैं, ओके, सो ए मेजर कस्टमर हैज बीन प्लेस्ड इनटू एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, तो दैट मींस जिसको अपने को ओ कर, जिसको हु इज ओइंग अस $211,000, विच इज नॉट ए स्मॉल अमाउंट, इट इज अ बिग अमाउंट. सो अगर वो अगर पे नहीं करता, डेट में चला जाता है, तो इट इज गोइंग टू अफेक्ट आवर फ्यूचर रेवेन्यू पार्ट ऑफ इट. सो डेफिनेटली ये जो पहला वाला जो गोल्फ इज अस जो है यहाँ पे, so they play they are going to be huge outstanding, so we are unlikely, agar rahega तो it is going to have a negative impact on the cash flow. So definitely this is something an indicator going concern ki he should not. And second thing again, sales director का removal part आता है. Sales director ने what is this, the sales director left the company and has yet to be replaced, उसको replace नहीं किया, right? So that means you are going to see the loss of a key position, की डायरेक्टर पार्ट ऑफ इट, जो कंपनी का सेल्स अफेक्ट कर सकते, क्योंकि अभी तक आपने रिप्लेस नहीं किया, येट टू बी रिप्लेस्ड. ओके, एंड द सेम वे, बिकॉज विदाउट हिम, विदाउट एन एक्सपीरियंस सेल्स डायरेक्टर, व्हाट हैपेंस, सेल्स डिप हो जाएंगे कि नहीं होंगे, राइट?
Yes, sir.
So that means they are going to significantly reducing the sales, which is again resulting into loss. Again cash flows मेरे कम हो जाएंगे because of poor performance, sales performance, right? And तीसरा देखो 5th January 2015 का, so फायर हुआ. ओके, एंड ये सेल्स में इसी पॉइंट में अपन डाल सकते हैं कि क्योंकि सेल्स वाला ने पिछली बार उसने केस ठोका ना, regarding his removal part, right? So we can bring that as well. क्योंकि भले ही it is in this case we can bring it because we know that the guy in the previous exam illustration जो हम लोगों ने देखा, where is that question? Hmm. So यहाँ पे we have seen that the dismissal guy, he was claiming 2,80,000, right? So the same thing here, we can say that he's suing for constructive dismissal. So again, it is not a good sign because we may need to defend our this litigation, and probably you might need to settle. Like अपने देखा कि he settled for 25,000, 40,000 का अपने ये फंड रखा था in the previous lecture. So अब यहाँ पे again major setback रहेगा अगर he wins it because 2,80,000 because compensation has to be avoided. That means outflow of cash flow, ठीक है नहीं? Because going concern what we are checking, we are saying cash flows, inflow क्या है, outflow क्या है. So अपन ने अभी देखा फर्स्ट में अपने को कैश फ्लो इफेक्ट हो रहा है, सेकंड में भी इफेक्ट हो रहा है, ओके, एंड थर्ड में देखो फायर वाला है कि नहीं, फायर एक्सीडेंट. So there was a fire at the premises of the third party warehouse which destroyed all the inventory, right? So if it is destroyed, then what happens? बताओ. Hmm? Approximately one half of the Morris inventory was stored in these places, na? So again, it's going to affect your cash flows because अपन ने supplier को pay किया कि नहीं? Pay करना है ना? Even though it is destroyed, it is cash outflows. And again, the assembly line for ergometers was refurbished during the year. Again, वो cost 1 million का जो है, okay. So number of suppliers जो goods जो रहेंगे, you have to redesign the terms and additional loan, 1.5 million loan जो provided by Muri company during the secured in parts on the refurbished assembly line. अब यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे, बोलो. हम्म.
Sir, they will not be able to pay the loan as there was a breakdown during January and 6 later also it was not working. So
Right.
that is
So
the
that means,
liability.
the bank may withdraw the loan, this thing, taken facility part. So More company doesn't have sufficient cash to repay to their suppliers or negotiate with the finances part. Okay, so they will not have any realistic option. उनको अगर ऐसा हुआ, बैंक अगर विड्रॉ कर लेगा, तो इनफैक्ट दे विल गेट इन वर्ज ऑफ लिक्विडेशन पार्ट ऑफ इट, दे विल गेट इन वर्ज ऑफ लिक्विडेशन. सो इट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड अगेन, अब यहाँ पे दे सेड इशू वाला IPO. IPO means what? They are going for initial public. So if IPO फेल हुआ, क्योंकि यहाँ पे request Moore company existing bank arrangements to be renegotiated and additional funding to be raised from existing and or new investors. अब यहाँ पे क्या है, अगर Moore company does not obtain new funding through listing, okay, alternative finances has to be created or to continue to operate. Otherwise, again, it's going to create new problems. Okay, because the Murray companies heavily depend upon the short term funding part. Okay, and short term funding hai, so that means the repayable is based on demand, it is repayable on demand. Okay, and again यहाँ पे overdraft दिया है देखो 180 का. Financial statement shows that an overdraft of 31 at 31 December का 1,80,000 का है. OD limit is 250. So that means almost you have exhausted more than 50% of it. Okay.
Yes, and cash flow is also negative for next 12 months.
Right, exactly. So again, that's not a good sign if the overdraft is withdrawn by the company, by the bank. So these are the indicators that you have to mention, like I said, in the tabular format, and आपको उसके reasons बताने हैं. So like we said, you have to give them the indicator and you have to mention them that in the explanation part of it. Okay. And जैसे fire हो गया, assembly line broke अगर हो गया. Okay, so that means अगर assembly line meet हो broke हो गया, see here. So we have two things. One, assembly line अगर broke हो गया, refurbished assembly line part, the assembly line broke, that means you are not able to honor the customer's orders. Again, it's not a good sign. Okay, because you are not producing those things, because 6 weeks later is still not working, means 6 हफ्ते तक 1.5 महीना हो गया. So that means customers orders you are not met, so definitely customers will not see you in a very good books. You are not in good books part of it, so you are losing your goodwill. Okay, again, that is not in the interest of the Muren company. Got it? So these are the indicators आपको mention करने हैं. Like assembly line
And
के base में 2 points आप mention करोगे assembly line का. ओके. एंड देन इन्वेंट्री जो फायर हुआ उसके ऊपर आप एक पॉइंट मेंशन करो, सेल्स डायरेक्ट के ऊपर 2 पॉइंट्स. 2 पॉइंट्स, दैट इज सेल्स डायरेक्ट की पर्सन जा रहा है, सेल्स अफेक्ट हो रहे हैं, और दूसरा वो केस डाल रहा है, इट इज नॉट अ गुड थिंग. ओके. एंड से में की कस्टमर चला जा रहा है, अगर वो पे नहीं करेगा तो अगेन इट्स अफेक्टिंग. सो ऑलमोस्ट 7 to 8 points you have to mention on this particular case. समझ में आया शैलेंद्र, उर्वी?
the last one, numbers of suppliers has been paid late.
हम्म.
Last one, numbers of supplier has been paid late.
हाँ, तो अगेन दैट इज अफेक्टिंग ना. नंबर ऑफ सप्लायर्स पेड लेट मींस सप्लायर्स विल नॉट गिव यू फर्दर क्रेडिट टर्म्स.
Hmm.
Again, it's going to affect on the cash on delivery terms also.
Hmm.
So again, that is an disadvantage for you. The company is getting affected. तो
Hmm.
क्योंकि अगर सप्लायर्स को तुम लेट पे करोगे तो नेक्स्ट वाला जो ऑर्डर जो रहेगा सप्लायर्स विल नॉट गिव यू दैट क्रेडिट. ओके. सो दे माइट आस्क यू ऑन, विल गिव यू ऑन कैश ऑन डिलीवरी, आप कैश पे करो हम देंगे. और आप यू आर पेइंग लेट टू द सप्लायर्स रेगुलरली, देन दे मे रिफ्यूज टू सप्लाई. और मुरे कंपनी को हम वो बोल देगा कि मुझे आपको सप्लाई नहीं करना, क्या कर लोगे? कुछ नहीं कर सकते. इट्स अफेक्टिंग द कंपनीज बिजनेस. सो हेंस if the suppliers are paid late, it is affecting the inflow of your goods. Suppliers will not supply a Muren company. Again, it is affecting the business continuity, because we are talking about those indicators which are of going concern affecting. So that way. Okay. So almost I think we can write 7 to 8 points. Okay. Then, overall review of the financial statements. So, before forming an opinion on the financial statements and deciding on the wording of the auditor's report, as an auditor, you should check overall review. That means एक तरह से एक complete checklist आप बना के आप overall you are going to check whether you have done all the activities or not. That means what you are going to check it कि भैया मैंने review किया कि नहीं कहा financial statements, compliance किए, accounting policies देखें, accuracy and all those things like adequately reflecting the statements or not. दूसरा, have I performed all analytical and substantive testings part of it procedures that have been carried out and they are to your satisfaction part of it. तीसरा, you are going to aggregate all the uncorrected misstatements if it is any, and have that been discussed with the management or not. ये three things that you are going to check it related to the financial statements. And why we are doing this, the purpose of review procedures, so to check whether you have done all the activities or not, so that tomorrow the people should not question about your professional standards. So वही यहाँ पे दिया है, review forms part of the engagement performance quality control procedures covered in the हम लोगों ने planning chapter. As a part of overall review, the auditor should assess whether what audit work was performed in accordance with the standards, significant matters have been discussed and taken up for further consideration has been raised, and then there is a need to revise the nature, timing, extent of work, and evidence have been gathered and they are sufficient enough to form an opinion. So as an auditor, you have to ensure that all the assessments have been carried on in the light of the information gathered, and your opinion is based on that. And again, the audit plan has to be flexed to meet all or any of the new circumstances. And अगर कोई misstatements हैं तो you have to evaluate that. And how we are going to do the evaluation part, यहाँ पे दिया है. So evaluation misstatements, the auditor must consider the effect of misstatements on both the audit procedures performed and ultimately, if uncorrected, so you have to mention that on the financial statements as a whole. So guidance on how this is performed is given in ISA 450, that is evaluation of misstatements part. अगर misstatements रहेंगे तो auditor क्या करेगा? Accumulate all the records of identified misstatements unless they are clearly trivial. Identify करके list करना. दूसरा, consider if the existence of it is it going to such misstatements indicate that others may exist, which when aggregated with other misstatements could be considered material, and if so, consider if the audit strategy and plan need to be revised. So
सर
अगर
थोड़ा
मेरे
स्लो जाओ ना।
हम्म
सर सेकेंड वाला पॉइंट समझा नहीं।
अच्छा, यहाँ पे अगर कोई आइडेंटिटी मिसस्टेटमेंट्स हैं, so if you feel that there are some misstatements in the financial statements, so you have to indicate that they exist, and all the material misstatements आपको एक जगह पे consult करके you have to create your list of misstatements. That's what they mean to say. Okay, and you have to see that whether they're material or not. First, you are going to check वो misstatements है कि नहीं. Two, you are going to check whether they are material or not. क्योंकि on that basis you are going to see whether you need to revise or change your audit strategy or audit plan. Then उसके बारे में you have to check with the management कि these are the material misstatements that you have identified. अब इसको आप correct करोगे या नहीं. Simple. So if the management refuses to correct, report में आ जाएगा. Okay, so if they correct it, then you will see if they have corrected, then you'll give them a appropriate favorable opinion part of it. So यहाँ पे क्या, communicate all accumulated misstatements to an appropriate level of management on a timely basis and request that all misstatements are corrected, जो भी आपने highlight किया है. अगर मैनेजमेंट रिफ्यूज करता है, दैट इज इफ रिफ्यूज टू करेक्ट सम और ऑल ऑफ द मिसस्टेटमेंट्स, the auditor should consider the reasons for refusal one, and then take these into account while considering if the financial statements are free from material misstatements or not. So evaluation on correct statement, अगर वो लोग बोलते हैं ना मैं नहीं correct करता, okay, but still they want you to give favorable part of it. Okay, so then what as an auditor you have to do, you have to reassess the materiality part of it and check whether they are appropriate in circumstances, as well as risk may be deemed higher as a result of the refusal part, management refusal. You have to check कि अगर मैनेजमेंट रिफ्यूज करता है तो रिस्क कितना है. ओके, यू हैव टू क्वांटिफाई दैट. दूसरा, determine whether the uncorrected misstatements either individually or in aggregate are material to the financial statements as a whole. अगर material है तो then you have to see what is the size of that, कितना अफेक्ट हो रहा है कंपनीज परफॉर्मेंस में, क्वांटिफाई करके. एंड इफ एन इंडिविजुअल मिसस्टेटमेंट इज कंसिडर्ड मटेरियल, it cannot be offset by other misstatements. Means one misstatement cannot be offset with another misstatements, that you remember. Okay, so communicate the uncorrected misstatements to those charged with governance. आपको जो governance है, that is the directors in short, उनको आप करोगे, and you have to tell them that if this is not corrected, it is going to, because it is material, it is going to affect the audit opinion. And also get a written confirmation part of it, representation from management and those charged with governance, that they believe the effect of uncorrected statements are immaterial. Okay, so that you at the end tomorrow people should not blame us. तो वैसा evaluation of statements, अब इसको गो थ्रू करो. गणेश पढ़ो. ये 1 2 3 4 जो है, दैट इज मोरे कंपनी का दिस थिंग, दिस 1 2 3 4 पॉइंट्स, जस्ट गो थ्रू. आप हो गणेश? अच्छा शैलेंद्र आप पढ़ो.
You are all at the completion stage at the audit of More Company. The profit before tax for the year is 10,48,000 and total assets are 9,69
96 lakhs $97,000.
6,97,000.
Mm-hmm.
Following matter have not been corrected by management and have been left for your attention.
Mm-hmm.
An irrecoverable debt of rupees of 12 lakh
11,000.
dollars has
Mm-hmm.
not been of
Written off. Okay.
provision relating to unfair dismissal
Mm-hmm.
of an employee of rupees $15,000 has not been made.
Mm-hmm.
Website development and cost of $50,000 were incorrectly capitalized.
Mm-hmm.
Work in progress were valued at by $45,000.
Mm-hmm.
All of these misstatements must be communicated to management and requested to be adjusted in accordance with ISA
Okay.
450.
Mm-hmm.
The recoverable debt must be written off or a modified opinion as it is individual material.
Right.
A material misstatement cannot be offset by other statements.
जो अभी अपन ने देखा
Even
था.
if management agrees to write off the debt, the other uncorrected misstatements are material in aggregate, even though they are not material individually.
Mm-hmm.
The
So,
adjustments required are provision, PR provision, and credit provision expenses, $15,000.
mm-hmm.
Website development cost, DR expense, DR developments cost $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
Work in progress, closing inventory, credit inventories, $45,000.
Mm-hmm.
The overall adjustment required to P is $80,000. This represents 7.6% of PBT and its materials. The
Okay.
misstatement will need to be adjusted to avoid unmodified opinions.
ओके, वेरी गुड. अभी इसमें अगर अपन देखेंगे लाइक व्हाट द मुरे कंपनी का जो प्रीवियस केस था, दैट ए कस्टमर हैज अ डेट ऑफ $211,000 एंड अगेन एम्प्लॉय कॉम्पोजिशन के लिए मांग रहा है अनफेयर डिसमिसल का. ओके, बिकॉज हम लोगों ने 40 का प्रोविजन बनाया था, 25 में वो पट गया था, तो 15 बचे थे. सो उसका वी हैव टू क्रिएट द प्रोविजन पार्ट ऑफ इट. एंड अगेन वेबसाइट डेवलपमेंट के लिए कॉस्ट जो है, सो दैट वी वर इनकरेक्टली कैपिटलाइज्ड, तो उसका अपने को वेबसाइट डेवलपमेंट का इसमें डालना पड़ेगा. एंड अगेन वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस वाज ओवर वैल्यूड बाय 45,000. So even though what this says, even though we write off the debt, even though we write off the debt part of it, other three के लिए they have given three agent, like 15,000 के लिए आपने provision बनाया, that is provisions account data to क्रेडिट प्रोविजन एक्सपेंस पी एंड एल अकाउंट में आपने 15,000 का प्रोविजन बना दिया प्रॉफिट पी एंड एल अकाउंट में से, द इनकम स्टेटमेंट में से. वेबसाइट का भी कॉस्ट आपने ये कर दिया पी एंड एल में, एक्सपेंस डाल दिया. एंड अगेन वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस जो है वो भी आपने क्लोजिंग इन्वेंटरी के साथ पी एंड एल में डाल दिया. ओके, विच वाज $45,000 डॉलर्स का, दैट इज जो क्रेडिट होना चाहिए था, जो डेबिट होता है वो भी क्रेडिट क्या बोल क्रेडिट हो गया इन्वेंट्री स्टेटमेंट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन से, तो बैलेंस शीट में से कम हो जाएगा एंड प्रॉफिट में से बढ़ जाएगा, तो वैसा. सो दैट्स वेयर, बट एट द एंड इट इज गोइंग टू अफेक्ट योर प्रॉफिट बिफोर टैक्स बाय 7.61, जो कि काफी सिग्निफिकेंट है. ओके, सो डेफिनेटली इट इज गोइंग टू बी मेंशनिंग your opinion part, so you have to mention those misstatements. अगर एडजस्ट नहीं हुआ तो you have to modify your opinion. अगर ये पास हुआ तो then you are going to give a favorable part of it. अब written representation means you are asking the management to give in writing about certain matters related to misstatements. So यहाँ पे क्या है, a written representation is what by statement by management provided to the auditor to confirm certain matters or to support other audit evidences. That means अगर कोई audit evidence that auditor brings it to the notice of the management and they are not aware of it or they have already done the correction and all, so they have to give in writing. So purpose क्या written representation का, one, ताकि they have to fulfill the responsibility for preparation of financial statements, क्योंकि they are in fiduciary position, तो उनकी responsibility definitely है कि they are supposed to prepare it properly. दूसरा, ऑडिट एविडेंस के माध्यम से वो सपोर्ट हो जाता है फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स का, जहाँ पे we do not have certain proper evidences, so if it deemed necessary by the auditor or required by the specific ISA part of it. And again अगर ऑडिटर को मैनेजमेंट ने थोड़ा इन्फॉर्मेशन दिया है, so in case we need to trust that, we need to have a declaration part, written representation. from the director's part, management. And again, all transactions have been recorded and reflected in the financial statements. Next, a representation क्या है? It is going to support other audit evidences, may be appropriate, whether where more reliable forms of evidence are not available. जहाँ पे available नहीं है, वहाँ पे written representation उसका fill करता है, gap fill करता है, particularly in relation to matters where the management judgment or the knowledge restricted to management only, जैसे अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसीज हो गया या फिर प्रेजेंटेशन हो गया, फ्रेमवर्क्स हो गए, फाइनेंशियल फ्रेमवर्क्स, कोई लाइबिलिटीज कंटिजेंट किस में लेना है, एक्चुअल्स किस में लेना है, टाइटल क्या है, कंट्रोल्स क्या है एसेट्स के, लॉस रिलेटेड कॉन्ट्रेक्चुअल एग्रीमेंट्स क्या है जो नॉन कंप्लायंस के जो रहते हैं, तो ये सब जो है दे आर रिलेटेड टू द मैनेजमेंट्स व्हाट वी से एग्जीक्यूटिव्स पार्ट ऑफ इट. सो वहाँ पे भी नीड टू हैव अ रिटन representation from them. And next, that the directors have communicated all deficiencies in internal control to the auditor. That means अगर कोई problems हैं तो ये written communication उसकी मदद करता है, because it clearly says that कि they have communicated everything there. Later on, in case we identify that this is not there and they have not communicated, so we are not to be blamed, because our information based on the information or the audit that you have done, and specific assertions about classes of transactions, accounts balances, and disclosure requires management decision again. So these are the few things that because of which we need to take a written representation part. Note that written representation cannot be a substitute for more reliable evidence, क्योंकि जो आप और इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आप ऑडिट में you try to be lenient because they give a declaration. Okay, that needs to be used when we do not have any appropriate evidence part of it. It cannot be substituted for more reliable evidence that should be available and do not constitute sufficient appropriate evidence on their own about any of the matters with which they deal. Process for obtaining a written representation. So client का जो head ये है letter head जो है उसमें they have to address to the auditors, and they have to write in they have to type in writing, and the appropriate person has to be signed before the auditor. Okay, audit report is finalized. So यहाँ पे in practice the auditor will often draft the wordings of the written representation letter, but it must be printed on client's letterhead addressed to the auditor. So letter must be signed by an appropriate senior member of the client management with appropriate responsibilities for the financial statements and knowledge of the matters concerned. This would normally be the chief executive and chief financial officer. The date of the written representation should be the same as the date of the financial statements are authorized. But definitely आपके रिपोर्ट से पहले होना चाहिए. Reliability. So written representations are clients generated and may be subject to bias. Exactly क्योंकि client दे रहा है तो, and they are unreliable from form of audit evidence. So that means आपके audit में आपको proper जो process आप you have to follow, but still you will be taking it because there are few inconsistencies part of it. So because concerns about competence, integrity, ethical values, or diligence of management, or inconsistency with other forms of evidence. So steps जो है, 1, consider reliability, reconsider the initial risk assessment, consider the need to perform further audit procedures. अब इसको go through करो. If these are concerns part. If there are concerns about competence, integrity, ethical values, or diligence of management, the auditor must consider whether engagement can be conducted effectively or not. That means अगर स्टार्टिंग में ही ऑडिटर को लगता है कि यहाँ पे इंटीग्रिटी कॉम्पिटेंस का इश्यू है, डिलीजेंस का इश्यू है, तो डेफिनेटली अपन ने स्टार्टिंग में देखा कि एंगेजमेंट लेटर वो विद्रॉ कर सकता है. ही कैन विद्रॉ द एंगेजमेंट पार्ट ऑफ इट. एंड अगेन इफ दे आर नॉट परमिटेड विद्रॉ, देन वो अपना ओपिनियन ऑडिट रिपोर्ट में मेंशन करेगा विद द डिस्क्लेमर पार्ट. Okay. And agar management refuses to provide a written representation part, so what steps you need to follow? 1, you have to mention although possible unreliable written representation are necessary important source of evidence, अगर मैनेजमेंट रिफ्यूज करता है, वन यू कैन डिस्कस द मैनेजमेंट विद मैनेजमेंट की व्हाट इज रीजन फॉर रिफ्यूजिंग, वन रीवैल्यूएट द इंटीग्रिटी ऑफ द मैनेजमेंट कि यार तुम साफन से हम लोग हमको बुलाए कि नहीं, यू वांट अस टू डू द ऑडिट और नॉट, व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम, ओके यू आर गोइंग टू चेक with the management part of in general, and again consider the implication of the audit report. Then you can say okay fine, अगर आप मुझे नहीं दे रहे information जो मुझे चाहिए, then I will be mentioning the similar things in audit report. So that way, so you have to tell them the implication of the audit report part of it, because auditor can conclude there is sufficient doubt about integrity of the management, so you can mention that with written representation are not reliable. And again, management does not provide the written representation required in relation to confirming their responsibilities, to prepare the financial statements, and to provide the auditor with information and confirming completeness of transaction part of it. ये एक एग्जांपल है, देखो गो थ्रू करो इसको एवरीवन, पढ़ो खुद से, वी डोंट नीड टू रीड इट अलाउड, आप ये दो पेज खुद से पढ़ो. So once everyone is done, let me know, I'll turn the page. मोरे कंपनी अपने लेटर हेड पे दे रहा, दिस इज द लेटर हेड, this is the letterhead, it is addressing it to the Wimbledon company, okay, and it has dated भी है, addressing dear Wimbledon company दिया है, and उन्होंने दिया है कि they want to comply with the everything part norms and all. go through करो इसको. Written representation provided, Urvi Suman, Shreya, Shailendra and Ganesh. So यहाँ पे they have given financial statements जहाँ पे they are talking about their responsibilities, their assumptions, their standards that they have followed, they have been adjusted or disclosed जो भी किया है. अगर in case incorrect statements and they mention that what are they aware of it, the basis of warranty part of it is reasonable. So in case they need any notes, they can put as an attachment part of it. So that is on the financial statements. Important information they provide किया है. So they are expecting that all the information that they are given are fair, and additional information you have request from us for the purpose of audit, unrestricted access हम लोग दे रहे हैं to so that you can collect the evidences part of it for your audit. All transactions have been recorded. That means you are declaring that nothing is pending, okay, and everything has been disclosed to you for your assessment part, so that you can check कोई fraud तो नहीं हुआ, any misled and all, as far as 240. Then we have disclosed to you all information in relation to fraud and suspected fraud, ताकि आप उसको चेक कर सकें, which involves people, that is management, employees and others. And we have disclosed to you all information in relation to allegations of fraud or suspected fraud affecting the entity's financial statements communicated by employees, former employees, analysts, regulators, etc. And again, we have disclosed to you all known instances of non-compliance, okay, or suspected non-compliance with law and regulators whose effect should be considered when preparing financial statements. And again, we have disclosed to you all information. That means management declaration writing में दे रहा है कि उन्होंने सब information उन्होंने disclose किए हैं, okay, and including our intentions thereon. And we have disclosed to you all information in relation to the constructive dismissal. That means जो अभी अपने sales director का देखा ना, वो भी they have mentioned. एंड यहाँ पे मोरे कंपनी का फाइनेंस डायरेक्टर एडवर्ड पेरी साइन किया, एंड मारिया विलियम्स ऑफ मोरे कंपनी. Okay, have a tested understanding. So let's do the MCQs, theory questions. You can check it. Okay. Okay. मुझे बताओ सिक्स्थ वाला क्या है. सिक्स्थ वाला फर्स्ट वन. The audit of Leonora जो है company is nearly complete and you are performing your procedures in respect of going concern. During the audit, you have identified several indicators that the company may not be able to continue as a going concern. Which of the following is correct in terms of responsibility for the going concern? मुझे मुझे बताओ ABCD में से.
Sir, B.
B. Okay, very good. Shailendra. Urvi Suman. Okay. Urvi, what is the answer? Sixth का. One वाला.
C.
C. Which of the following is correct in terms of responsible of the going concern? Responsible of going concern क्या है? That is the client, the auditor choose the basis of preparation. Why will auditor choose the basis of preparation of financial statements? Client ने already prepare कर दिया है. And the client should make adequate disclosure of going concern, uncertainties, and auditor should assess the adequacy of them. Yes, B seems okay. The auditor will make disclosure of going concern uncertainties in the financial statements. सी ऑडिटर जो है, ओके, पहला वाला जो है, द डायरेक्ट ऑडिटर विल ऑडिट देम, नॉट डिस्क्लोज देम. द क्लाइंट इज गोइंग टू डिस्क्लोज इट. डिस्क्लोजर क्लाइंट करेगा, नॉट ऑडिटर. ओके, सो आंसर विल बी बी. आंसर इज बी. ओके. देन सेकंड का मुझे बताओ, ट्रू फॉल्स. State whether each of the following statements are true or false in respect to assessing the going concern status of Leonora. A क्या क्या? A is false or true?
False.
Very good. Yes, A is false. Auditor क्यों prepare करेगा? He will only audit the forecast. Check the forecast. Second, director of Leonora company should prepare forecast for a period of at least 12 months to
True.
assess the weather
True.
risk.
Sir,
True.
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 Okay. True is right. C, if the director of Leonora company prepare forecast for a period less than 12 months, the auditor should ask to extend their assessment period.
True.
It is true. It is true. Why? Because the director should request a consider for 12 months at least. Otherwise, they have to give a reason why they failed to give it for 12 months. Okay, D, बताओ.
False.
False.
Yes, false.
Mm.
Okay, because auditor should not extend that the assessment to prepare the forecast for the client. अभी थर्ड वाला मुझे बताओ. Which of the following, which of the following is correct in respect of going concern? A, B, C, D. बताओ मुझे.
D.
Third का D. That is the director of the financial of the company must disclose material uncertainty regarding going concern in the notes to the financial statement. Yes, D is right. Okay, D is right. And fourth wala, following indicators of going concern क्या है? Declining revenue, significantly outstanding receivables, loan repayments due to be made, declining current and quick ratio. फोर्थ का क्या होना चाहिए? बोलो फोर्थ का क्या है?
A.
A. Why?
All of them.
All of them. C, option C. All are going concern problem. Revenue गिरना, out customers पैसे ना देना, और हम लोग लोन पे ना करना. That is मेरा current and quick ratios रहता है, liquidity issues. Current and quick ratios are liquidity issues. तो अगर चारों talk about going concern problems. Then fifth one. शैलेंद्र बोलो फिफ्थ वाला क्या है आंसर?
Sir, A.
A. Confirmation.
Which is one to say is not appropriate for obtaining evidence regarding the going concern assumption. बोलो A. A is right. Obtaining external confirmation from a customer regarding their outstanding balances. Yes, right. Fifth wala A is perfect, which is not appropriate. अभी टेस्टेड अंडरस्टैंडिंग सेवंथ का करो. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन पहले पढ़ो, फिर समझो, फिर आंसर पे आओ, उतरो क्वेश्चन पे आओ. हो गया? रीडिंग द पैरा.
Yes, sir.
हाँ तो बोलो फर्स्ट वन. Which of the following statement is true with regard to subsequent events? Subsequent events जो अपन ने स्टार्टिंग में किया था, subsequent में क्या सही है? The auditor must perform audit process to identify events occurring after the date of financial statement and before the and after the date of reports is signed that could have an effect on financial statements. A. B. Auditor does not need to consider any statements. वो तो गलत ही रहेगा. Auditor has no responsibility after the auditor's report. वैसा नहीं है. C भी गलत है. Auditor only needs to consider subsequent events communicated to them by the directors. नहीं, वो भी गलत है.
A.
Answer is A. Yes, yes. A is right. अब सेकंड एंड थर्ड करो एवरीवन. Which of the following statements is false in respect of subsequent event? क्या false है मुझे बताओ.
A.
हाँ.
A नहीं, it has to be B. Why? Because the auditor must comply with ISA 560. Okay, not ISA 10. 560. Okay, तो यहाँ पे B is false. False की बात हो रही है, not सही. Okay, because अगर C सही है तो B गलत हुआ कि नहीं?
सर लेकिन ए
बोलो.
में भी तो लिखा है ना कि दैट ऑडिटर मस्ट एंश्योर द क्लाइंट, लेकिन क्लाइंट क्यों वो कंप्लेन करेगा?
क्लाइंट ही करेगा ना, क्योंकि अगर कोई गलतियां हैं और इवेंट्स में है, आप रिपोर्ट में डालोगे तभी तो वो करेक्ट करेगा. आप उसको मिसस्टेटमेंट्स बताओगे सब्सिक्वेंट इवेंट्स के बारे में. सो अब यहाँ पे ISA 10 क्या बताता है it refers those accounting treatments the client should comply with. Okay, so अब यहाँ पे the auditor must comply with ISA 560 subsequent events, not the 10 events. 10 event is for the directors and all. Why will auditor comply?
Okay.
Auditor will comply with these things, but ISA 10 is for the management, for the client, and 560 is for the auditor. तो जबकि बी बोलता है कि ऑडिटर को कंप्लाई करना, जो कि क्लाइंट का जो है वो ऑडिटर कंप्लाई क्यों करेगा? ओके, सो दैट वे थर्ड वाला
Sir, C.
ओके, वेरी गुड, सी इज राइट, एडजस्टिंग इवेंट्स का. देन फोर्थ, in respect of customers claim which of the following statement is right? बोलो और भी बताना चाहिए या नहीं?
सर एक बारी वो क्वेश्चन का स्टेटमेंट देखने दीजिए ना.
देखो, और लास्ट लाइन ये भी बताता है कि लीगल एडवाइस रिसीव्ड इंडिकेट्स दैट क्लेम इज पॉसिबल टू सक्सीड. दैट मींस अपने को पे करना पड़ेगा ही पड़ेगा.
अब क्वेश्चन दिखाइए.
अब ओके,
सर एडजस्टिंग है ना, डी आएगा.
हाँ
डी आएगा.
ओके. उर्वी आप क्या बोलते हो?
सर डी.
शैलेंद्र?
Sir,
D is right. Yes. Okay, fifth वाला D है कि B?
डी फॉर डॉग.
D for dog. If the claim was probable rather than possible, provision should be recognized part. Okay. यहाँ पे क्या है? यहाँ पे possible है. The customer with the following statement, if the claim was probable rather than possible, नहीं, the injury was caused after the year end, therefore was not a condition in existence at the year end. The injury was caused after the year end, therefore was no impact. And injury कब हुआ इसका क्लाइंट का? हाँ, सी क्लाइंट का, सी आवर कैलेंडर इज ये है ना, जैन टू दिसंबर है कि नहीं उर्वी? तो जैन टू दिसंबर है, और यहाँ पे इंज सफर्ड हुआ फरवरी में अगले साल. और यहाँ पे क्लियरली बोला है कि क्लाइंट ईयर एंड इज 31st जनवरी. मींस उनका ही इज क्लोजिंग हिज बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स इन 31st जनवरी, एंड 5th फरवरी को वो सफर्ड हुआ, तो नेचुरली इट इज आउट ऑफ द फाइनेंशियल पीरियड, तो ये अपन लेंगे ही नहीं. सो आंसर विल बी,
एडजस्टिंग रहेगा ना.
वो सही बात है, दैट वो अगले साल में रहेगा, इसमें नहीं होगा. वो एडजस्टिंग ही है, राइट, बट इट इज नॉट इन द फाइनेंशियल ईयर ऑफ ऑडिट ना. यू गॉट अ पॉइंट. वो अगले साल के, फिर से अगले साल में जब 2010 और 11 का ऑडिट होगा ना, तो उसमें वो नहीं, उसमें मेंशन करेगा, इसमें नहीं, क्योंकि इसका फाइनेंशियल ईयर खत्म हो गया है.
इसमें हम एडजस्ट करते हैं
ऐसे
ना.
करोगे.
ऑडिटर साइंस.
See, that has to be, see, we adjust those transactions, which are after the financial year but pertaining to the previous year. Okay, जो ऑडिट दैट इज बिटवीन द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स एंड द ऑडिटर्स रिपोर्ट में। बट यहाँ पे क्या है, ये एक नया ट्रांजैक्शन है या इवेंट है विच इज पोस्ट द फाइनेंशियल दिस थिंग, नॉट रिलेटेड टू द स्टेटमेंट्स, फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स। तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, ये अपने फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स में रिकॉर्ड में नहीं रहेगा ये साल के लिए। अगले साल यू मेंशन इट बिकॉज February कम्स इन द नेक्स्ट ईयर, फॉलोइंग ईयर पार्ट। तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, there was not a condition in existence at the year end. B for Bravo. फिफ्थ का बताओ।
D.
D. Okay.
Yes, sir, D.
Yes, right. Okay. अब A का बताओ, ABCD, ट्रू फॉल्स कितने? ठीक है, ये आपका होमवर्क की
False,
एमसी।
false.
फर्स्ट फॉल्स, ओके,
Okay,
वेरी
okay,
गुड।
sir. Okay.
फर्स्ट वाला फॉल्स, ओके। So you are completing the audience audit of Balladonia company, and you are waiting for the client to sign and return the written representation letter. The directors have expressed concern about signing the letter. कि was some उनको कुछ issue है. They have stated the auditor has been provided with all the information they require, and therefore do not understand why the representation letter is required necessary. वो बोलते हैं कि यार मैंने पूरा information दे दिया, अभी sign करने की जरूरत क्या है? So state whether each of the following statement is true or false. As you have received all the information during the audit, the decision by the management not to provide the written state representation letter is not an issue that will affect the auditor's report. Yes, no.
Second is true. Written representation impact price.
See,
Hello?
true नहीं रहेगा,
Sir,
false
it's
रहेगा ना,
false.
false रहेगा।
True.
Because it's not an evidence.
तो अपन वो proof नहीं दे सकते ना, evidence नहीं है ना। Okay, then B वाला
The true.
true. Yes, C
I'm saying true. Second wala.
Sir, false. C वाला.
false है, वो बोला does not need बोल रहा है वो। रिटर्न रिप्रेजेंटेशन चाहिए, इंपॉर्टेंट पीस है ना एविडेंस के लिए कि ऑडिट मस्ट ऑब्टेन। अगर बी ट्रू है तो सी फॉल्स हो जाएगा,
Hmm.
है कि नहीं? क्योंकि यहाँ पे बोल रहा है इंपॉर्टेंट पीस है एविडेंस, और यहाँ पे बोल रहा है डज नॉट नीड।
Hmm.
तो अगर ये सही है तो बी, अगर सही है तो सी फॉल्स हो जाएगा।
Hmm.
ओके, डी क्या है?
True.
True.
ओके, वेरी गुड। सेकंड वाला, सेकंड which of the following statement is false?
Sir, C.
C. Okay, Urvi, Shailendra,
C.
C is right. Yes. Okay, then third wala, which of the following would be the auditor's first course of action after being informed that manager are unwilling to provide the written representation? First,
B.
Sir, B.
B. Third wala, B.
Manager A.
A is right. B कैसे? Discuss the matter with management to try to resolve the issue. क्योंकि अगर वो लोग अनविलिंग है तो आप मैनेजमेंट से बात करोगे ना।
Hmm.
ओके, देन फोर्थ वाला, फोर्थ वाला
D.
रिटर्न, डी और बी?
Sir, D.
D is the answer, right? Okay. Next, fifth wala. During the audit of Balladonia company, you discovered misstatements totaling 20,000. Profit before tax is 5,70,000. Okay. That means it is less than क्या बोलते हैं 10%, 10% से भी कम है. फिर next क्या है? Which of following describes the most appropriate? So ignore the misstatements if they are deemed to be immaterial. अपन ignore तो नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि they are material. ये तो होगा नहीं. Modify the audit
C.
opinion as a result of misstatements. Request the client to correct the misstatements. Include an emphasis on or matter paragraph in the audit report to highlight that misstatements are present in the financial statements. Answer is C.
C.
C is right. You are requesting the client to correct the misstatements. Okay. So